didn't expect to be able to come in here.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly. Oh no, is my gun here?
What can I do for you?
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
No, I'd quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind
He's
you.
well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
White check so I can retry it, so sure. Roy high, and if yes, what is he high on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
I hold it on? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I love the little exclamation point. Is it just me, or is it really warm in here? Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes. Yeah, where does a man get psychorodon these days?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
I don't want drugs.
I'm not offended, officer.
Let's see what. Mostly military wear with a few more eclectic fashions thrown in. Centric fashions thrown in. Bust of a woman, the plaque simply says still. Dark film projector is wearing away. Some type of machine, an antique cash register. I wanna know if my gun's here.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Really need anything right now.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Do I even have a living room? I think I'm still figuring that out. 47 minutes left. Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so this pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep. 700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay, maybe in addition to, I want to play through this at least 3 times with the 3 like pre-selected routes: the thinker, the psych, and the physique routes. I'm not sure if there's like maybe the motorist route, but like I feel like that one is kind of your sub for a lot of things. And then maybe I want to do another playthrough that's just like sheeted with like full stats and like a ton of money so I can buy a streetlight. Because I wonder, like, I don't think normally you come across that kind of money.
Hello again. How can I help you? I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Actually, that's all I've got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
Show him the photo?
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
He barely even looks at it. Do you know what the tattoos mean? Exactly, that's what I was meaning. But I was also kind of curious how much she would spend on a photo of a dead body, too. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Sell the lieutenant handkerchief? Okay, no.
Another time, perhaps.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Point at the knights on horseback. These are Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. Inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Renee, the old guy who was playing Enteki.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Point at the blue figurines. Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
These even soldiers? Probably civilians that have had to fight.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the Royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. The contrast is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be. It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Gart, who's he made me. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment. It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Step away from the table. Okay. I didn't even realize that was... Okay. Oh, yes. Fingerless gloves. Chemistry. Gasoline-stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. They have been worn threadbare, but they're being made of wool still provide some warmth and comfort. Cigarette-stained fingertips. Electrode chemistry was like the drugs and stuff. Go to Party Planet, love and be loved by drugs. Yeah, I'm okay with passing for that. I'm gonna do a playthrough like that eventually, but I'm not too worried. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Do you know what caused this wreckage? Point at the smashed billboard in the canal.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment. I want to go to the church. Wasn't the song you were singing about a little church? Maybe, oh yeah, that's right. I need a copy of that song in order to sing karaoke with it.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Food.
Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice of salami.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders the office for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Alright, bye. Food. was coming this direction to ask if I was just in the uniforms of that.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Rude.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Come on, you must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
Which are?
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
How do you know Everard?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debardeurs all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not a natural member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Those who stand for nothing will fall for anything. What are the little things you do for Everard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, Nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Are you a caviar socialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
Wait, how can you write those newspaper pieces if you're not political? So you are a weather vane? But you need to believe in something. Freedom, the people, Revachol, even money. That's smart. I keep my nose clean too. So you are a weather vane.
I prefer highly adaptable myself. Have a better ring to hit, don't you think?
Mon Dieu.
The cabineer closes his eyes like he's never going to open them again. Thanks, that's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Bye for now. I wanted to ask them about the tattoos, because they're, like, they know about history. Okay, what else is there to look around over here? I should probably go back to trying to shoot down the dead body. Longer on.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced.
Yep, the preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down from there.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Ready, aim, and fire. Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Yes, exactly. Call the police.
Someone already did. You know who came? We did. Because we have made bad life decisions.
We have made bad life decisions.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
You could saw the
Climb
branch.
up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it.
We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
I don't really want to pull his head off.
How do you plan to get him down, then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Wait, let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp and produces a lightweight firearm, he drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
"A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders are raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight."
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
They only have one gun.
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
Yes, carefully loading his pistole. Remember when I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up? I didn't have my gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Take the gun.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
You left eye.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the evening light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
already saved scum once for this. Might as well do it again.
The man before you is...
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't act...
The cadaver is a good 1 point. Someone else?
What was that about? Process?
No. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have...
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch.
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
But what else can we do?
He breathed...
Oh yeah, do this shit! Fuck it up!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He...
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take...
silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it. That's a key. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner...
He's gonna...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
A lot of...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno...
I have to say,
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shock yourself.
it's bad as it is.
Oops.
This is the...
Officer, why that is even...
Yeah, take it, you fucking...
The cold you've held.
The fuck are you...
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your...
Your feet. The slow move.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke erupts.
I may not be able to save scum this, even though I have a high chance. I'm not sure why. Unless they set up so you can't save scum.
The man before you is naked.
The steel...
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying.
The cadaver is... We are not getting him.
How do you plan to get him down then?
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to...
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it. That's a key. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner... The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast.
God damn it.
A lot of things...
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy.
I have to say,
You know, you don't feel like...
it's bad...
Oops.
This is...
Officer, why do we only... That is even...
Yeah, take it, you fucking...
The cold you've held...
The fuck are you...
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your...
Your field is slow.
Look, he's crying! Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about? Do it! Set me free!
Don't.
Do it!
Intense shit, copper.
Could waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
A plume. The man before you is naked, but he doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up.
Yeah!
How?
With the buckle tied,
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, King.
the lieutenant's brow is furrowed, silence, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, That's a key. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot.
Kuno could have hit it easy.
I have to say,
You know, you don't feel.
it's bad that...
Oops.
This is the
Officer, that is even...
The cold you've held.
Fuck are you waiting?
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself?
Your feet. The slow.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking fatty?
Oh, finally. First
The
time.
buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Okay.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Finally. You've been policed.
Ace is high.
The lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap
The
him.
ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Slap it and wait for an ace's low.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill, it's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
Yay.
I knew these guys were f***ed.
It's best to just ignore him. What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the corpse.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
Ew.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Wait, field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I can't say I'm satisfied with that part yet. I still want to know what's in that trash container.
He points to it. That's right, I have the key.
2. Initial examination of the victim. We were exhaustive in our efforts there. Good job. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
Don't we have someone else for the autopsy, like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse.
I don't think I'm a detective.
With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise.
All right, give him back his
In the
perk.
meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Wait, I thought we were gonna have a place to sleep? The Insularian Civil War was not the first war to see the use of hybrid airships on both sides, but it was the coolest. For an entire decade, folded multi-rotor fighters got into dogfights above Revachol, Ozon, Semenine, and the Arcade Islands, spitting death at one another. They flew over sandy beaches and shot each other out of the azure sky, crashing into city blocks and setting island forests ablaze. The Ace's Low was a custom among revolutionary brigades, formed after multiple kills. Lieutenant Kitsuragi seems fond of it. Why? Plus empathy towards Kim Kitsuragi. I think I'll do that tomorrow. 15th Indo Tribe. Not sure I'm super fond of the -2 visual calculus, but let's...
This trash container is a...
No, I guess I could talk to her from the front.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Oh, if she'd leave, that'd be nice. I just want to ask you some questions. Take another step closer.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
Did you go away, like, in real life?
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She has almost vanished beyond this fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Listen, child, that corpse made me puke twice, and I was wondering why you don't.
Stay away from me, pig. I'll die before before I squeal, pig.
What strange words you use,
I
girl.
come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there
You
behind
don't
the
want to
fence.
fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Okay. Let's get the